Creating drawing views, part 2. So I'm going to pick on my base view here. I'm just going to double click on it. And that'll bring me into my dialog box here. And one of the things I can take a look at is hidden lines. When I click on the hidden lines, it allows me to have visible lines, or visible lines and hidden lines. So if I go with visible lines, it just shows me only the visible lines. There's no hidden lines. So when I click on hidden lines again, I can go to visible and hidden lines. And now with the hidden lines, I do see all my hidden lines are showing up in my view. And I also can go with shaded with visible lines. So I'll go to hidden lines, and I'll go to shaded with visible lines. Now it's shaded, and I only see the visible lines, no hidden lines. And so I'll go to hidden lines again, and this time I'll go shaded with visible and hidden lines. And so now I can see the hidden lines even though it's shaded. And so I'll go back to hidden lines. So if we're making a documentation drawing for someone to build this, we're going to go visible lines and hidden lines. We're not going to do shaded. So we want to be able to pick one of those 4 options. Also, we have a scale option. When I go to scale, it says enter the scale. So I have 0.5. So it's up here, it's also listed up here as 1 to 2. So I can come up here and say, you know, it's 1 to 1. I can say it's 1 to 4. And of course, if I say it's 1 to 4, it'll be a lot smaller. So it'll automatically adjust it on the fly. And I say, well, that's a little too small for me. I'll go back to 1 to 2. That looks much better. So I can choose my scale to scale option. Also, the move option. I can also let's see, what else do we want to do here? Scale. Let's go with the visibility. Let's do the visibility one. With the visibility, we have some visibility options. The interference edges. The interference edges to tell us whether or not we want to see when things are interfering with each other. The default value is no. If we say yes, we're going to see both the object and the hidden lines for that. So I'll say no. Tangent edges. When we have the tangent edges, we want to then tell us where we control the tangent edges to show at the intersection of the surfaces. And by default that's no. If we set it to yes, the tangent edges are shortened so we can see that difference between the object line or not. And bend extents are only for when we're working with sheet metal bends. So typically that's probably going to be an inventor type thing. Thread features, those are how we display the threads. And presentation trails, those are options used to control the trails in presentation files in Inventor. And so I'm going to exit out of here. And let's see, what else do we have here? So this pretty much controls a lot of our, and I hit OK, and I go back to my 2D drawing view. So at any time I can just double click and I can take me back into my basic options, okay, and I can do anything up in my ribbon that I need to do here. So I can change my different styles, my view styles. I can select different things that I want added to my model. Over here I can change my scale, how I want my edges to look. So there's a a lot of different things I can show here, and when I'm done I just hit OK. And so now I've created a drawing view. So from my 3D model I made my 2D multi-view drawing and an isometric view up here in the upper right.